Imagine paying over $400,000 just in interest on a 2015 Lamborghini Aventador.
So you have a $100,000 inheritance and you want to spend it on a BMW i8?
Yep.
They're hitting you with 28.9% interest rate. Very high interest rate.
Okay, so today is going to be a fun one. You guys really seem to like the last episode, so we're taking a look at some horrendous car deals. Negative equity, high interest rates, and purchasing vehicles you had no business in buying in the first place all culminates into these crazy videos we're going to see. We have a ton of stuff to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But we're going to start off with one that I honestly hope is fake, just a bunch of rage bait, because if not, this is probably one of the worst car deals of all time.
Imagine paying over $400,000 just in interest on a 2015 Lamborghini Aventador. 25% interest. Subprime Lambo deal. That is diabolical. That's for an 84-month term. If they stuck it out, they didn't refinance. After putting down $83,000, they're going to be paying a total of $771,000 for a 2015 Lamborghini Aventador. Now, to be fair, after Meekum's auto auction, there have been some crazy record sales for Ferraris, Lambos, and a bunch of other high-end exotic vehicles, but that still does not qualify or quantify somebody paying almost $500,000 in interest on a Lamborghini Aventador. To all you core sellers, anybody that is going to try to qualify themselves with a 25% interest rate on a Lamborghini Aventador to pay almost more than $400,000, it's not worth it, I promise you.
I like him bringing up the core sellers because I could see it now. They're in Miami doing the same cookie cutter stuff as the other gurus. You need to look super rich to all the 18-year-old kids you're about to scam, but I don't have the funds to actually own a Lamborghini or a Rolls Royce or a Ferrari. But it's okay, the 25% interest rate that I'd be paying, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make millions off of my course, and it's just a real good way to absolutely destroy your life. Like I said before, I hope that this is fake. This didn't actually happen. They're just going through the calculations of what could be, because if anybody legitimately took this deal, I mean, you're just cooked. I asked you guys in an older video, do you know someone who got a terrible deal with their vehicle? I did. I owe $39,000 on a Cadillac XT6 that's worth $25,000 with a 13% interest rate. After we traded in our 2019 Camry on it and went way negative, and an almost $1,000 a month payment. I did, but even more than my terrible deal, my friend got a 2010 Chevy Cruze for $10,000 with a 22% interest rate. My mom had a 2021 Ford Explorer at an 18% interest rate for a total of $60,000, $700 per month, and she gave it up after 3 months and got it repoed. I'm $41,000 under in my 2021 Tiguan that's actively falling apart at 120,000 kilometers, which is about 75,000 miles. With negative equity from 2 other cars from 2020 as well. I hope this is like the first clip. This is just bait for engagement because this is a wild decision. But let's go over to another crazy choice. Somebody being heavily underwater in a Suburban, and they're trying to trade it in to get a newer model to do it all over again.
I'm trying to trade my car, but I have a loan on it. It's not paid off.
Okay.
I check on the car marks in person for appraisal. They give it to me like a very low. I have a loan left around 35K. They give it to me 8K. So I have a negative equity around 27K.
You have $27,000 of negative equity?
Exactly.
Okay. How's your credit?
My credit is also not good.
So that'll be the challenge. Obviously, banks don't like financing too much negative equity. They will finance quite a bit sometimes, but then if you also don't have great credit, that'll make this a little bit of a mountain to climb. Do you know what your score is?
Like 580 something.
Okay. I mean, all I can do is try. The good news is this Suburban's discounted quite a bit. It has a really big blue book relative to what I'm selling it for. So if we were going to try and bury some negative equity, this would be the truck to do it on.
But it still doesn't mean it's not going to follow the same path as every other Suburban. The Expedition, the Tahoe, the Yukon, the Escalade, all of them depreciate like crazy, even with the high MSRPs. The guy on the phone literally just went through it. He still has a $35,000 loan on a car that's worth $8,000, and you're going to do it all over again for a newer model. What am I supposed to say? We got a comment from you guys. I need to start the negative equity Olympics. That's basically what these videos are.
One of my advisors let me know you're interested in this M5. There was an M8 it looks like you were looking at, and then also maybe an X6M. Want to see what I could do to help.
He was not able to probably get where I want to be because there are not probably enough discounts or rebates.
He was sharing with me that you wanted to be around $1,800 a month.
Yeah.
And just as it sits right now, I can get another set of eyes on your trade, but to get to within $100 of your payment, just as it sits right now, I'm taking $1,000 off the vehicle. I've stepped into your trade pretty aggressively based on what the market's bearing for the car. And if you want to be at about $1,800 a month on a lease, we're about $40,000 away.
Yeah, he already told me that.
You want to look at a different car?
What different car you have? You don't have enough rebates to cover it on any car, probably.
No, sir. We have to just look at something that's a little bit less of an MSRP.
Yeah, like what?
There's 30 grand in negative equity.
The only way to make a deal is that if you have enough rebates on some car, which can cover the 30K, that can eat up the negative equity.
We could do a BMW iX if you're interested in an all-electric.
No, I don't want electric.
Okay, so if you're talking about rebates and discounts this much, maybe you can't afford these types of vehicles. All of them that he went over, M5s, M8s, the X6M, just tank in value after a few years. It seemed like he had some sort of Mercedes. I don't know if it was a C63, if he's currently looking at the high-performance BMWs. It's the same story there as well, ridiculously high MSRPs, and the value goes down very quickly, so much so that he was $30,000 or $40,000 in debt. Maybe it is time to look at a used Corolla. But I know, just with the vehicles he was looking at, there's no way he would make that choice. He's got to have the luxury car with the performance, even though it doesn't sound like he could afford it.
We have a client that is trying to get a Range Rover. We got them approved, but the rate is coming back super high, 19%. I'm gonna call the bank and see if we can get the rate lowered, see if we can make it happen. Did you get the app I just submitted for?
Yes, I have it right here.
I see that it got approved for a tier 5 at a 19% rate, and the customer's looking to get a lower payment. I was hoping that we can get an exception done for tier 1. Is that possible?
Tier 1? She doesn't qualify for that, I'm sorry. This should have been denied.
Why do you say that?
Because she has charge-offs and she's escalating. On top of that, she's applying for more credit cards. You're lucky this was even approved.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna have to keep it at the tier 5.
I know the credit's not perfect. They're a 599 score, but if you look at the auto history, they had an auto loan back in 2020 that they paid well, another one in 2021 and 2020. So they buy a lot of cars, they keep the car for a year and they pay it off early. They're really good with their auto history.
They might be good with the auto history, but they're escalating on the credit cards and applying for more credit cards.
Okay, so something odd's happening here. First, the dealer just calling up the lender and asking for a better deal, as if they're just gonna go, oh yeah, sure, that's fine. If they were supposedly buying a vehicle every single year and paying it off, why get a loan in the first place? Just buy it in cash. And then on the other side of it, it looks like they're not paying their credit cards and just applying for more and more. I don't know, something is very fishy in this situation. We can go over to some of the comments. Absolutely no chance a lender made an exception from a tier 5 to tier 1. The bank should decline. 599 is not a Range Rover credit score at all. And with these kinds of rates, a comment from you guys is perfect. They aren't selling cars, they're selling high interest loans with a car on the side. It's kind of like playing games at the fair. And if you are one of these people that the dealership remembers in the next clip, there is a 100% chance that you got a bad deal.
What's the lowest credit score you've ever pulled?
About a 333. When I ran their report, they financed a toaster, and it actually showed repo on their toaster.
What's the lowest credit score you've ever pulled?
402.
What's the lowest credit score you've ever pulled?
I saw a 395 one time. You gotta work really, really hard to get it that low.
What's the lowest credit score you've ever pulled?
Probably about 410.
What's the lowest credit score you've ever pulled?
401, 402. You don't really remember too many of those because they come in your office and they get out pretty quickly. But yeah, about 401, 402 is probably the lowest I've pulled.
How do you get a toaster repoed? Rent-A-Center. Rent-A-Center sends a SWAT team to your door to extract the toaster. I mean, if your credit score is genuinely that low, there's no way that you don't know it before walking into the dealership.
She has this Ford Escape that she's looking to trade out of. Unfortunately, wherever she bought this vehicle from, they might have maybe overcharged her for the vehicle. Where she stands in equity, it's a negative equity situation. Fortunately for us, we're going to go ahead and get her a newer loan, something that's going to be able to reestablish her credit. She owes $8,000. The car's worth $8,000. It's a terrible situation for her. Are you going to put money down?
Yeah.
How much?
I can go as much as $5,000 if I have to.
5?
Because I'm trying to go on my own.
Slow down. So right now you're paying how much for that car?
585, 587.
And we're looking to go lower, right?
Yeah, like 400 or low.
Now, what do you like more, Toyota or Honda?
I look into
right?
both,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm more into the Honda.
The Hondas, right?
Yeah.
I like the Hondas.
So I like the Toyota Camrys and the Honda Accord.
Okay.
There's one I like, the Honda Accord Hybrid.
We haven't submitted you to a lender just yet, so this is the score that we pulled. If we're going to do it only in your name to get you a second, it's going to be a little bit tight of a squeeze because of where we stand. We're confident we can do it because the income's good, but we know that where the credit is, they're going to give us a subprime loan. So we don't think we're going to be able to get enough funding from a bank to get to this 23 Accord.
Okay, so even with her, in my opinion, picking one of the correct vehicles, a Camry, an Accord, a Civic, a Corolla, they are much more reliable than most of what's out there today. But on the other hand, $10,000 in negative equity, you want to have $400 a month payments with only $10,000 down. Camrys and Accords have gotten very expensive, especially the hybrid models. So $400 a month is just not going to work with a subprime loan.
What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
Buying a car from a dealership. My car is worth $4,000, but it's low key. I'm paying maybe 20 grand for that.
Like, what you mean by that? Like, you got a high interest rate?
Yeah, high interest, and then also they sold it to me for 18 grand, right? So my car is like maybe only was worth 7 when I bought it. Now it's worth like 6.
Yeah.
And I still got to pay that off. And the APR rate is 30%.
Wait. Hold on. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's kind of
like what? You have like bad credit or something?
maybe
What
like,
happened?
Maybe like 20, maybe like 25%. But I had no credit, and I needed a car, so I was like, I got $1,000.
Whatever it takes, make it happen, right?
Yeah.
What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
My car.
Why?
Because it's a great car. It's a beautiful BMW, but the payments, the work, anything, oil change, tires, anything on that car is insane. The amount the oil changes being $340 and up is insane.
Damn, where are you getting these oil changes at?
The BMW place itself.
Okay, so we got another example of somebody buying a BMW because it's a nice fancy luxury car and people would see me driving it around town, but then also do zero research on the maintenance and upkeep of the vehicle, along with also doing that maintenance at the BMW dealership. Probably the most expensive you could get. I just don't understand the decision making. And the first clip sounds like a buy here, pay here lot, paying 20 to 30% interest rate for a car that's worth maybe $5,000-$6,000. But when it's all said and done, you paid 20 grand. It's one of the big reasons why I make these types of videos on the channel.
He's a 428 credit score.
That is horrible.
His chances of being approved are going to be based heavily on a couple of things. Ready? How much does he have down?
He put $1,000 down.
Okay, that's not enough. He has an Ally Financial that he is past due on, $11,000. So he's already got a current car loan that he's proving he's not going to pay. Like, he's telling the bank already, like, I'm not going to pay you. So the chances of another bank saying, well, maybe you'll pay us, are slim. A lot of times they can buy you into a car loan. Like, if somebody has $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 down, a bank will be like, well, we're in an equity position on it, so we'll take a shot on them. We don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this guy. This guy would need a big down payment. This is not somebody who's going to get approved on another car loan right now, especially with not a lot down. I agree with you. I think you should save some more money down.
Okay.
Cool?
All right.
We'll move on to the next one. Okie doke.
Again, this is another one of the situations where you know where you stand before you walk into the dealership. It's not like they can't pull up the information and see that you're $11,000 behind on your current vehicle, and they'll completely ignore that and set you up for your second car that, in all honesty, it sounds like you might not pay as well. How is it possible that you could be $11,000 behind and he still has the car? How is Ally not repossessed with $11,000 past due? I don't know about that one, but we can move on to yet another shady situation.
Who's interested in Escalade. She's actually giving me 7 credit applications just in case she doesn't get approved. So we're working very, very hard to make this work for her.
Who's up first? She put 776 next to his name. What is that?
He owns 2 cars.
No, one car. Forget 7 cars and all that stuff. We're gonna sell 1 car, and then we're gonna go to the next one. I don't even see his name in the system.
She's doing them.
Let's do this. Let me get a license for every single person that we're running your credit up for. Let's start there because this is insane. What's the actual goal of and her 7 co-signers that she has?
They need 3 cars.
3 cars
Yeah.
between
they have
the
a
7
business.
of them.
They want SUVs because they run a company and they haul stuff, so they want SUVs. They've been trying to go to dealers. They haven't been able to get approved.
All 7 of them?
No, a couple of them. But I've been in communication with her for a while. I had to touch with her again, so I just wanted to touch base.
All right, let's see what's changed. Let's work it.
So you have 7 co-signers for your app.
7 co-signers.
Okay. Any clue if there's one that has good credit?
Yes, she's filling them out. This is her family: her mom, dad, kids. One
It's like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, she wants the car. I believe is the most qualified customer, but I don't think she's finished working the application.
Okay, so we'll go over to the comments before I say anything. My job would have asked everyone to leave. 7 people, all bad credit, but needs 3 cars, and nobody cares which one's on the loan either. Sounds like a recipe for future repos. With a 490 credit score, she shouldn't be trying to buy anything but a Huffy bike. 7 cosigners shouldn't even be allowed. And to add on top of it, of course this person wanted an Escalade. I have a business where we haul a lot of stuff. I need a big SUV. So apparently the only option is a Cadillac Escalade. Seems a little odd to me. We got another comment from you guys right here. People are so weird about cars. It's like all sense of reasoning goes out the door. And we could take a look at a perfect example of that.
Hey, well, this is Gus with Legacy Motor Cars. I just ran your credit app and I got an approval, man, but I think you're gonna need a little bit more down payment. So I think you said you wanted to put 10,000 down. Are you able to work with 25? That's what they're asking for.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I barely got the 10,000. I was lucky. I got an advance with the TurboTax. They gave me my tax money a little bit early, so I barely was able to swing that. I mean, can you not work with that?
Unfortunately, like I said, it's a huge difference between what the bank's asking versus what you have. The only way I can work with you is you have like a cosigner with a good credit score. Is that something you were able to get?
Nah, I'm not able to get a cosigner.
Okay. The car is priced around $60,000. Are you opposed to like a regular Camaro SS? It's still got the V8. It's a manual. And by the way, both these cars are manual. Are you able to drive a manual transmission car?
No, I'm not. I can learn, but I honestly was interested in that ZL1. I like that big wing they got on there.
Okay, so we got several things to go over. First off, this guy could barely handle the $10,000 down payment, and the only reason he has that is because TurboTax gave him his refund faster than usual. And especially during this time of year, I wouldn't be surprised we see a lot more clips like this popping up. But even the 10K isn't enough. He needs some sort of cosigner, which he doesn't have. And then at the end of the video, he doesn't realize that they're manuals. He can't even drive the vehicle. He just wanted it because it was the ZL1 and it's got a big wing on the back of it. The comment we just read from you guys is this clip to a T. Why do people insist on buying vehicles that they realistically can't afford? I think at this point, if you watch my channel, that's basically a rhetorical question now. But let's take a look at this next one of somebody getting absolutely rinsed for some Cadillac EVs.
All right, so the black one, I pay $3,100 a month. The gray one, I pay $2,900 a month, so a total of $6,000 for these two. The car that is in Houston with my brother, which is the Cadillac Vistic, which I'll put in here. I pay $1,700 a month.
And we could just cut it off right there with the creator turning off comments as well. The reaction to this was probably pretty brutal. If you know anything about the EV market as a whole right now, none of these vehicles are doing well. So if you're going out purchasing brand new ones with these high MSRPs, they'll depreciate faster than any of the other cars we've seen in this video. And you have 3 of them? If I'm paying $7,000 a month in car payments, it's definitely not going to be on Cadillacs. I'd legitimately rather have Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches. This one I just cannot wrap my head around at all.
I paid $265,000 for that car.
65, you said?
No, 200. Like 100,000 over sticker price.
Trying to sell us his 2023. What is it called?
A Dodge Demon.
Dodge Challenger.
Demon.
2023 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat Demon 170 jailbreak wide body.
Bruh.
We sell vehicles for maybe it's like 18, 19, 20. You know, not a demon. Like, that's not our type of inventory.
There ain't no way I do that. Take that little bit of money for it. I don't know.
Yeah. So if you sell it locally, which honestly the market is hot for that type of vehicle, so I'm sure somebody even out of state is willing to purchase that car. But highly suggest another dealership, big dealership. They'll get you the most money. And then if you're trying to get just something decent, but not as much as that what you have, you can buy something from us. We have no problem with that, of course.
I paid $265,000 for that car.
You paid 65, you said?
No, 265, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I paid like $100,000 over sticker price.
$100,000 over sticker for a Dodge. And I get it, it's the top of the line Demon, 1,000 horsepower, but regardless of what it is, you've now put yourself in a terrible financial situation when you do decide to sell. And from him calling this normal dealership who didn't want to take the Demon because they don't deal with cars that are that highly priced, it sounded like he had to downsize to a normal economy car. Maybe spending $250,000 on a Dodge in the first place wasn't the best idea.
They're hitting you with 28.9% interest rate. Very high interest rate.
Customer went and sold his vehicle because we told him we're gonna in-house finance.
Price at 300, dude. He literally sold it in front of our lot.
He told me he can do only for 100. And I put the number, even at 225, you got 79 bi-weekly.
Why does he think that he can do 400?
Vaguely went over it with Kyle. Gave her vague numbers.
Cartoon doesn't work that way. This is financing. We're trying to lend you money. One way or another, we'll be able to get him done. This vehicle has 130,000 miles. I mean, 2 years and a half, max 3 years. He's 18?
Yeah.
18. Yeah, this is a tough call.
I told him, like, get the insurance, let me talk to the finance department, then we go from there.
You did make it up, man. It's easy. So I'm the one who does financing. I discussed it with you before.
I just sold my car and you're
I know, man. They're telling me that. We got some guts. How much did you sell it for, first of all?
26. Girl that had it before the one I bought it from.
No way. That works out somehow. Walk me through your income. It's $1,900.
Roughly.
I was very particular in telling you, hey, man, like, you're 18 years old. About to be 19, right? No? You just like, dude, you just started work in 5 months. You're saying the low end 19. What does that mean?
I work more than that sometimes, but that's like the
bare minimum. Did you get a quote from insurance?
like 320.
320 insurance? I'm just trying to logically make sure you can afford this, man.
I know I can afford it. I don't have no bills. It's gonna be this, car insurance, and my phone.
When the finance guy at a buy here, pay here lot is trying to see if you could afford this vehicle genuinely, you know that this is a bad deal. He apparently just sold his current car right in front of them to somebody else, so now he absolutely needs to get something from them, which looked like a Chrysler 300 with 130,000 miles. I'm amazed that it's still alive. And he makes $1,900 a month and he's about to get a almost 30% interest rate loan. But it's okay, I could easily afford it. I don't have any other bills or responsibilities, just the car, my phone, and insurance. If anything else pops up in my life, an emergency, I don't have anything because all of it's going to be going to this Chrysler. Bi-weekly is horrible, don't do it, and that's how we finance in-house. I know there are some people in certain situations where you can't go to normal dealerships and buy here, pay here lots are the only option, but you have to know, regardless, you're probably going to get a pretty bad deal.
So you have a $100,000 inheritance and you want to spend it on a BMW i8?
Yup.
Hey Henry, this is Gus with Legacy Motor Cars Still. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for giving me a call. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, no problem. So I got your message. You're interested in a BMW i8?
Heck yeah.
Nice,
Heck
man.
yeah. You think it's nice, man.
Yeah, I love those cars. Any reason why you want the i8 or no?
So tragedy followed by some slight good news. My dad passed away. He wasn't really around, so it kind of... He basically left me something, and that was a huge inheritance, and so might as well reward myself with a little something. So I'm looking at this i8. I gotta get those suicide doors, man.
Gotcha, man.
Budget-wise, I got some money to put down, but I'm not trying to be stuck in a huge payment because I'm putting so much money down. So the inheritance was $100K, but I'm trying to put down maybe like, 30 or 40,000 to have some money to still play around with.
So how's your credit?
It's not the best. Mid 500s, 550, 560, something like that.
Okay, so you got bad credit, you want the BMW i8 because it looks cool and it's got suicide doors, and you think you deserve to reward yourself because your parent died and you got an inheritance. But also, I'm only going to put $30,000 or $40,000 down, so I have about $60,000 to play with. This seems like another example of somebody getting a huge gift and squandering it. The previous video, we went over somebody getting a $300,000 inheritance, and he turns around and immediately wants to go buy a $100,000 plus Raptor R and then put the other $200,000 into crypto. What could go wrong? The dude has an ability to change his life for the better by investing this money, but goes out and buys a depreciating asset. Especially those i8s, man, they do not hold their value well at all. I don't understand why people inherit money and then choose to blow it on cars instead of invest it, but unfortunately this kind of stuff happens all the time. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.